Welcome back to the plant room. Today we are going to be starting seeds. I have a variety of seeds today. I have some perennial flowers, perennial herbs, and I also have some early season vegetables that we can go ahead and get started today. I have them all laid out here. I like to do that in my seed trays so I know how much soil I need to put into the seed trays. And then I can kind of map out which ones are going to go in where. First things first, I'm going to go ahead and fill all of my trays with my potting mix. My husband printed these for me. They are markers. I can put them in here, write on what it is, and they should stay nice. When I say printed, I mean 3D printed. These seed trays are very nice. Charles Dowding, I believe is who it is. I will put a link in the description where I bought them because they are fantastic seed trays. I've had them for several years now. I have a variety of different sizes. A big hole here in the bottom so they're easy to pop out. They're extremely durable. I grow these inside, outside. I move them in and out. They get a lot of wear and tear. I am not easy on my seed trays, and these have held up really, 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 really nice. I would buy so many more of these. Just make sure all the soil is packed into each one of these. And then I fill them up again. The soil that I'm using today is just a Pro Mix by SunGrow. I found it on sale. I don't have a specific one that I like to use, but I do like the Pro Mixes that come in a big bale because they're compressed and you can get a lot of soil out of them. This mix here has a lot of drainage, a lot of good drainage. If it doesn't, I do go ahead and add some either vermiculite or perlite. And then so I'm wetting the soil just enough so that it sticks together. I don't want, when I squeeze this, if there was water dripping out, like there was, if I squeeze this and there's just water pouring out of here, that's too much water, but that's just right. The next style of seed tray that I'm using is it's from Tractor Supply. I forget the brand name of it, but I do like it because you can pop these out of here. It's like silicone on the bottom. I have a variety of different seed starting trays. I'm not particular. Other than these black ones that I have here, they are my absolute favorite. But before I found those, I tried a bunch of different varieties. These work nice if I just wanted a few, like spinach and bok choy are gonna go into these. And so I just wanted a few. The other ones I'm gonna plant several different varieties in, except for one. I'm gonna plant an entire tray full of poppies. I've never grown poppies in a tray before. I always sprinkle them on the ground. So I'm excited to give those a try. Okay, now that the dirty work is finished. Sometimes it's nice, like when you're watching TV or something like that, if you have all your seeds, just to go ahead and start writing on all of these so it doesn't take up near as much time when you're trying to do this. All right, this entire tray is going to be fava beans. I've never grown them before, but it's supposed to be something you start early because they're a bean that likes cold weather. So I thought I would give those a try. It seems kind of fun. The other one I have here, we have a hybrid pak choy and then a spinach, just a standard Bloomsdale spinach that we're going to grow there. And the other ones we're going to grow we have foxglove, hyssop, echinops, and honeywort, sage, 2 different styles of oregano, and then a butterfly weed, and then a poppy. This one is called Hen and Chicks. It's a very pretty purple poppy. I was looking for a Laura's grape poppy, but I couldn't find one. And so I grabbed this one instead. So I just like the deep colors that it has. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and finish writing on all of these. This does take time and is a step that I skip a lot of times, and I always regret skipping it. So don't skip it. I'm gonna need a lot more of these, Chad. They are not nearly enough for what I have coming. So this week, we're starting perennials, things that are extremely cold hardy. some fava beans next week, starting cabbages. We're gonna be starting broccolis, different herbs. Foxglove and the hyssop are very tiny seeds and they need to be on the top. The echinops here, we're gonna make just a little bit of a spot for the seeds to go. The honeywort are much larger seeds, so they need to go down a little bit farther. These three here are actually perennials. This honeywort here is an annual, but it likes the cold weather. I don't have many of them left. Okay, we'll just do one. I have some of these started in the winter sowing method as well. So we'll see which one does better. Just lightly cover it back up. All right, and then the honeywort, I'll show you what they look like. They're kind of a fun flower. I don't know if you can see them or not. The seed, they're fun. I've never really seen them before. They're a cut flower, or the bees really liked them. They were super easy to grow last year too. I just started them from seed. I actually saved some of the seeds too. And these are from last year, so I'm gonna go make sure I have 2 for each cell. The hyssop. This year I am really trying to use up a lot of my seeds because I know this is terrible, but I have too many. Couldn't get them out of the package. Okay, very tiny, 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 tiny little seeds. And the last one is foxglove. I just picked this one up at the local store because I forgot to put it on my seed order and I didn't want to pay for shipping again. These foxgloves are so pretty, but their seeds are so small. I did sprinkle quite a few outside in the garden when I had foxgloves growing, so hopefully we have an abundance of foxgloves, but my chickens also got out so much this year. I don't know if they ate all the seeds or not. We're gonna go ahead and mist them, especially the ones that I just put right on top. These two here, if you had some vermiculite, you could put some of that on top. It helps keeps the seed moist. I do not have any. I need to order more. And then we're just gonna go ahead and put them straight back here. The smaller ones need light to germinate, so. Fava beans. These things are huge. Look at it. That is a seed. A whole fava bean. Wow. Okay, so we're just gonna, let's see what it needs. 1 inch deep. Maybe I should have put that in there first. Wow. Never seen a seed so big. I might plant this whole package. How fun. Now, I do say most of the time to plant things that you like to eat. I've never eaten a fava bean, so I have no idea if I even like it. But I bought these on a whim after watching Charles Dowding for way too many hours in the snowstorm we just had. And I thought, oh, those look fun, so I bought them. If we don't like them, chickens will. In a more mild climate, you can overwinter these. They would not have made it through our negative, I don't even know, 5-degree temps that we just had. They wouldn't have made it. So if you have maybe a zone 7, zone 8, something like that, you can overwinter them, and they'll be a very early spring crop, but not here. We're zone 6B. There's 2 left. Okay, I am gonna go ahead and top this with some more mix. It is pretty mounding, but it'll be all right. It'll settle. The beans will come through it. And back over here it goes. I'll fill all of these. I don't currently have the water on down here because of those temps that we talked about. My husband told me that it would freeze, so this is heated, but we do have this is our garage, so we do have problems in the wintertime. Seed starting. It is kind of cold out, but today it's very sunny. The snow's still melting, so it's a very fun project to get to do and watch things grow. And I'm also going to pick from our hydroponics later that I have growing. Yeah, we're going to have a salad, some cilantro. It'll be fun. We're going to have steak tonight to go. We just butchered that beef, processed it. So we have some really nice fresh steaks in the freezer. Actually, they're in the refrigerator now, but my husband's going to make those, so it's going to be these teeny tiny little seeds. These teeny tiny little seeds like this, they don't need to be in that deep of a, they just need sprinkled on top. And they like light most of the time. I am overseeding these. These seeds have been from, these are 2022. So we're just gonna go ahead and plant them out. Butterfly weed. I cannot pronounce the scientific term. It's gonna go there. This one says a zone 7, so it might not grow here. I'll have to make sure I put it in a very nice warm spot. It also says do not allow it to become pot bound, so I'll have to make sure I get that out pretty quickly once it grows. And this one is another oregano, so we're gonna go ahead and close that. You can grow oregano from seed. It's not super hard. It's much easier to get a plant, let it spread, and just take chunks of it off. This one is our Hen and Chicks poppy. I am gonna make sure that these are tiny seeds. I know poppy seeds are very tiny. So we're gonna wet the soil first, and then sprinkle them. You can also, poppies, when they're perennial poppies, and even some annual, you can take them and just sprinkle them in the fall, and they'll come out, or you can do them in the snow. I hear a lot of people really like them in the snow. I have no idea how these are going to germinate, so hopefully good. But I want them in the garden beds because I just love poppies. And the bees do. I love to watch them just take little naps in all of the poppies. It's so fun. I am just putting them over the top here. I'm not putting them in specific individual little ones just because I know that they'll come up. And this entire tray is going to be poppies. So that will be 40 little poppy starts. And I'll thin them out if they really come in. I'm not a pro at growing poppies. Flowers are kind of hard. I've really struggled with them. So a lot of times I will overseed them. But still, like one of these, it cost me $3.49. And if I were to buy this 40 plants at the store, it's going to be way more. That's why I started growing seeds in the first place, is because I have quite a lot of garden space and quite a tight budget. And so that's why I started growing from seed and starting my own seeds for that reason. Because you can get a lot more bang for your buck. Now this setup here, it's not cheap to get it set up, but it does definitely pay off. And I started small. These are not the racks that I originally started with. I started them outside one summer for a fall planting. And then after that, we moved it into a room upstairs. And then we moved it to a room down here. And this has been wonderful because this is a concrete floor. So I can definitely, it's messy. I'm sure you see it. It's yellow. I don't like that. I don't think it's very cute down here. So hopefully in the future, we'll work on making it a little bit more like a cottage style like I want, but this works for now. Spinach. Okay, I'm also gonna start spinach outside, but the roly-polies in my garden have really been wreaking havoc. So I'm also gonna start some inside and take it out there. Okay, that's it. That's all it takes for planting seeds. Very simple. I'm gonna put them on the shelf and I'm gonna water them in Thanks so much for watching. There's a ton more seeds starting to go here. I'll try to keep you updated week by week what we're planting here in Missouri and how it's growing, what it's doing, if we got any late frost, how it did then. All of the things in my tunnels outside have died. I did keep a few things just to see how they would do, but it got down to -5 or something like that this past, when everyone else in the country was also getting cold weather, and we got about a foot of snow. So everything has died there. I brought everything in. I have my hydroponics over here, and it's been nice to have a little bit of something green, but it's just salad greens. We planted some other stuff in there. These are our 3 hydroponic tubes. I only have 2 of them filled right now. We have a variety of mostly just lettuce. This is some bok choy. I did try some kohlrabi to see how that would grow. And then this is cilantro. So I'm gonna go through and pick a salad for us to have tonight. It's mostly just leaf lettuce. I didn't do any heads of lettuce. This is our first year growing hydroponics. I didn't know how it would go. This is the first harvest that we've had from the hydroponics as well. That pile back there is for the chickens. Thank you so much for watching. It is just the beginning of our seed starting season. We have so many more things to go. It really hasn't even started yet. We have peppers and tomatoes and all of the brassicas and all of the warm season plants. This plant room is going to be brimming with plants this year. So follow along if you like to learn how to start things from seed or just like to watch people plant things.